Shalom. It's your brother Montezal.
Good night.
About to do a quick lesson. The lesson is going to be an installment about First Thessalonians chapter 5. And this is the first installment. Before we open up and give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makar Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to Yakim out here, teaching us truth and sincerity. All right. We're just going to go ahead and get into the lesson. Brother, you can go ahead and start reading First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1.
First Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. The reason he says that is because, you know what I mean, these things have been prophesied already, you know what I mean, of the coming times and the events that we're facing right now in the world.
Okay. Basically, I'm going to get that for you in the book of Matthew's, Matthew's chapter 24 and verse 1. I'll start. It says, and Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left there one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And he sat, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came upon him unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? See, that's why, that's why he said what he said in First Thessalonians, because we know the end times because of the prophecies, like the brother said, from our Lord, Yahweh Shai. He gave it to his disciples. He said, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. See? He said, take heed that no man deceive you. So basically, we supposed to believe on the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Our attention and our focus should be on what the Spirit of the Lord gave us. You know what I'm saying? To pay attention. You want to add on? Or you got something to say?
Yeah. In verse 2 of that Matthew 24, you know what I mean? The way Yahweh Shai said it, you could see in verse 3, you know what I mean? The disciples already knew what he was talking about. They said, what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? They knew he was talking about the end of the world.
God.
See, that much he didn't have to explain to them, because they got the clue from what he was saying in verse 2. There shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
Okay.
This lets you know that these things were prophesied before. This is Yahweh Shai saying this to the disciples. This is in the gospel.
God.
Yeah.
Matthew's 24 verse 3. Is it 3? Verse 5. He says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And basically, that's the Lord letting you know what time, what season that will be in. And that'll be in the end of the world. In the time of the end of the world, the coming of the Lord. You're going to see a lot of guys pop up saying that they Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, or they're gonna say they coming in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. You know, but their doctrine ain't right. You know, it don't match up with the spirit of the Lord. You know, that's why the Lord told us to take heed, man. You know, pay attention. You know, listen to him. Don't listen to nobody else, man. He said, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, basically, that's just letting us know that we're coming up on the end. You know, he told us not to be troubled because it's not the end yet. So it means you got plenty of time. Well, I ain't gonna say plenty of time, but you got some time to still, work on yourselves. You know what I'm saying, to get yourself together before the Lord comes. Got something to say, bro? Okay, verse 7. He says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes, and in divers places. And basically, you're starting to see that right now. You're starting to see a little bit, nations rising up against nations. You know, kingdoms against kingdoms, and pestilence, famines. And there's earthquakes in diverse places going on every day in the world. There's a pestilence right now, the COVID-19, that's going out in the world. We're in the second wave of it. Okay? He said, all these are the beginning of sorrows. We're at the very, very beginning of the sorrows, man. That's coming, you know. Who knows what's coming in this next coming election? You know, this could be the very, very beginning of those sorrows, man. You know, where all of this stuff is going, all pandemonium and chaos is going to strike in the streets. Civil war, uproars of the people. It's going to go into it. He said, verse 9, he says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. See? And then shall many be offered, it's like offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise up, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what you're seeing. You know, you're seeing the increase of wickedness in the world, man. It's a very high increase of wickedness. It's gonna get to the point where the love of many is gonna wax cold, because everybody is gonna be trying to fend for themselves. Everybody's gonna try to stay alive. Be trying to stay alive, man. It's gonna be a famine, a great famine out here, man. Ain't gonna be no food. People, it's gonna be seditions upon men. You know, that's what's gonna be happening in those times, man. It's gonna be people going into each other's houses, man. You know, trying to get food, trying to survive. Raping, women are gonna be getting raped out here in the streets. He says, and because it's like in verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So basically, you're just gonna have to endure all of these things that's gonna come in the beginning of sorrows, man. And that's basically, in Jacob's troubles. You're gonna have to be able to endure in those times that's coming, man. Those dreadful times, man, that we're coming up on. Okay, he says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's basically why this is speeding up, because, man, the gospel is being preached in all the four corners of the earth right now, and the word is getting out to the lost sheep of Israel, so that they can wake up and come back and repent to the Lord. And also, it's going into the heathens too, man. So they can be aware too of what's going on in these times, man. The destruction of this wicked present world is coming. And that's the Lord, man. He's fair. But mainly The gospel is being preached in the four corners of the earth so that the elect can be gathered up, you know what I'm saying, for salvation, man, at the end of the day. That's why we got to preach this gospel, you know, and to the end. That's how you're going to endure it to the end. You got something else, bro?
Yeah, I got Second Thessalonians 1. I'll start at verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Grace unto you and peace from our power, our Father, and the Lord Yahushai Hamashiach. We are bound to thank the Most High always for you, brethren, as it is met, because that your faith groweth exceedingly, and the charity of every one of you all toward each other aboundeth, so that we ourselves glory in you in the churches for the Most High, for your patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure. Alright, which is manifest token of the righteous judgment of the Most High, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of the Most High, for which ye also suffer. Alright, so yeah, we gotta suffer tribulation to enter into the kingdom of the Most High, because these are it tells you what the tokens are to be counted worthy, which was the patience and faith. Seeing it is a right verse 6, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So pretty much saying, you know what I mean, giving payback to the other nations that's been troubling, you know, the nation of Israel. All right, to you, verse 7, and to you who are troubled, he said, rest with us, when the Lord Yahushai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushai Hamashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, when he shall come to be glorified in his saints, and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. Because yeah, like he said, these things are prophesied. You know, as Paul wrote in the first Thessalonians, but of the times and of the seasons, I have no need that I write unto you.
Right, because I was gonna say too, Slocky, because he letting you know what the prophecy is to let you know what season we are in. It's just like the Lord giving the parable about the fig tree. As a matter of fact, Slocky, let me grab that real quick. It's I think it's in Matthew 24. I forget the exact verse. Uh, Let me see if I can find that.
Is it Matthew, I think?
I think it's in Matthew's 24.
Yeah, 24, verse 32.
32 pounds. This is Matthew's 24, verse 32. He says, now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. See, and basically that's how the way we supposed to measure the times, you know what I'm saying, according to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, according to the prophecies, man, you know, according to what's going on in those times. we can see, you know what I'm saying, when it's when those leaves are being are starting to bud or grow up on the fig tree. So we know that in that time, you know what I'm saying, the time of the Lord is real near. It's very close. He said, so likewise, ye. Let me finish reading that. Let me read that again. He says, now learn a parable of the fig tree when his branch is tender, yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summertime is nigh. He says, so likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. See, he says, so it's very, what's near and even at the doors is the end of time and the end of this world. You know what I'm saying? The end of this world will be over with, man. He says, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
The prophecies.
Yep.
And like, because having a knowledge of the word, you know what I mean. You know, we were supposed to be watchmen, and you know what I mean. We know what's going on. We see what's going on in the world, and we look at the news. We keep up to date. We're watching what's going on in the world. That's how we know the times.
Right.
That's how we know that it's near.
Verse 35, he said, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. He said, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Only but the Heavenly Father know the time and the coming of the Lord, man. That's why the Lord is that's why he's compared to being a thief, like a thief in the night. Because nobody knows when you're gonna get robbed. Nobody expects when a thief is gonna come. Nobody expects that at all. So going to verse 36, verse 37, he says, but as the days of Noah, whereso shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. See? Just like the days of Noah. Like Noah was out there prophesying. He was building the ark. He kept on working. And he was telling the people that the floods was coming. Destruction was coming. You know what I'm saying? But wasn't nobody listening and hearkening into him. Until the day when the rains came. When the rain came, then that was it, man. And the door of the ark was closed unto those people, man. They couldn't get on it. They couldn't be saved, man. They ended up dying and drowning in all that water.
Those people, those were the those were people symbolic to being asleep.
Yep, that's right.
And Noah and the other 7 people, they were awake. Hey, they got they was looking out. They was watchmen. You know what I mean? They prepared themselves and got onto the ark and got saved from the floods.
That's right.
The Most High said, "It shall be as in the days of Noah." In the end days.
You got something, don't you?
I was trying to look for that Noah. Verse 37. But as the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. All right, so they was partying.
They was settled on their leaves.
Yeah.
They was settled on their leaves, man. They was in comfort. They was comfortable, living comfortably and deliciously.
They was acting like a day of destruction wasn't coming. You know what I mean? They wasn't taking Noah's warning seriously. You know what I mean? And how did Noah know it? Because the Most High told him. So Noah's warning was really the Most High's warning.
That's right.
But no one wanted to listen to Noah because he was a man, and they thought he was nuts because he had an idea that nobody heard of before. Rain coming, water coming from the sky, because and in that day, you know what I mean. There was no such thing as rain. The flood is when the first rains came upon the earth. But before then, there was just a mist in the air.
Con.
All right, verse
39.
39.
No,
Yeah.
Salaki, I think you read 39.
I think you're right.
No,
I
you
think
no,
it's
you in 39. Salaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, brother. Go ahead.
Verse 39.
Mm-hmm.
And knew not until the flood came and took them away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Kind.
Yeah. This is gonna happen in that day, man. The Lord is gonna come like a thief. And he's gonna come and surprise you. You know, gonna catch you with your pants down, catch you out here partying and having a good time. You know, being in wickedness, you know, being in unruliness, you know, and you're gonna get destroyed, man. You're gonna have to pay the piper, man, because you wasn't watching. You wasn't watching for your Lord to come. And it's gonna go into it. Go ahead.
Verse 40.
Mm-hmm.
Men shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left.
Mm-hmm.
Two women shall be grinding at the mill, and the one shall be taken and the other left.
Right. The Lord gonna save the one that he gonna save one of them by taking. He gonna beam up. He gonna be beaming the elect, and he's gonna be leaving the wicked behind for that destruction. Go ahead.
Watch therefore,
Mm-hmm.
for ye know not what hour your Lord doth cometh.
Right. Come on.
So like it doth come.
So you supposed to be watching for the prophecies, lining them up. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you're getting yourself prepared for your Lord and His coming. You know, you're supposed to be watching. You know, getting yourself together, man. Seeing that the prophecies they hold true. So everything that the Lord said is happening. You know, the prophecies come to pass actually proves what He's saying is the truth. So He is the Son of the Most High, and the Most High is His Father. You know, all of that confirms that now. So basically, the Lord is real, man. Because all of these things, they're happening right before your face. Go ahead.
Verse 43. But know this,
Mm-hmm.
that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come,
See? And that thief is talking about the Lord. Go ahead.
he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
See? He would have watched, man. He would have, been looking at the news. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the scriptures. Reading the prophecies. He would have been praying and fasting. You know, he'd have been doing all of these different things, man, to prepare for the coming of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh.
See? You got to always be ready, man. Always. Let's just say that the Son of the Most High not coming for another 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what time he coming. I'm just saying, hey, you got to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Those whole every day for those 5 years. You got to always be prepared, man. You can't take your guard down for nothing, not even for a second. Go ahead.
So verse 45.
Mm-hmm.
Who then is a faithful and wise servant,
See?
whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
God. So blessed is that servant, man, that's out here, laboring. You know what I'm saying? Doing this work, studying, and being prayed up in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. When the Lord come, that's what he found them doing. And, the Lord found them doing the deeds of righteousness. Him preparing preparing himself. Go ahead.
47. Verily I say unto you,
Mm-hmm.
that he shall make him ruler over all his goods.
Right, Khan. He's gonna make him a ruler, man. Goes into the faithful, loyal servant. You know what I'm saying? That didn't sit up on that didn't bury his talents in a napkin, but he flipped the talents, man, and he profited it double. The Lord is going to give it to him back, man. Go ahead.
But if that evil servant say in his heart,
Mm-hmm.
my Lord delayeth his coming.
Right, and that's that dude who put the talent, you know what I'm saying, in a napkin and bury it. Go ahead.
And shall begin to smite his fellow servants,
Mm-hmm.
and to eat and drink with the drunken.
Right. Yep, Khan, forget it. You know, the Lord ain't coming. Prophecies are set off way far, man, because what I see, it ain't happening yet. That's a faithless dude, man. He ain't got no faith. That means he ain't never believed in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He got the wrong spirit on him. He got a spirit of unbelief. Go ahead.
The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him.
Yep.
And in an hour that he is not aware of.
Right. He gonna get caught with his pants down because he stood down off his watch. You know, he stood down. You know what I'm saying? He didn't stay up on his watch. He climbed down, man, and got into the world again. You know, he forsook his watch, man. Go ahead.
Verse 51.
Mm-hmm.
And shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites.
Right, he gonna get cut to asunder, man. He gonna get slayed, man. Because, man, he wasn't on the watch. He wasn't prepared, man. You know.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Con, and that's what's gonna be happening, man. If you fall off your watch, you know. But like he said in 1 Thessalonians, man, he had no need to write unto us because we know, you know what I'm saying, about the prophecies, man. We know about the coming, you know, we know what to watch for. You know, you got to just stay enduring, man, until the end. You know what I'm saying? Because we see what's going on now, you know what I'm saying, according to biblical prophecy. So, if anything, that should be increasing you, you know what I'm saying, in your faith, in your walk, and also encouraging you to keep pushing and keep fighting the good fight of faith. That's what it should be doing, man. You know? You got anything else, bro?
That was it.
Okay, with that, we're going to close out with the first installment of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Slakin Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders, the great millstone, that do rule well. Peace and salutations to Yakim, that's laboring in his truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.